Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the first episode of the new season of the Journeyman. We have a question to answer though, of course. Where the hell are we going to go? We're leaving Dundee after deciding it's probably too much of a project for us to take on in the nature of this save to take on Celtic and Rangers in Scotland. So we are looking to move elsewhere, having continued to build on our managerial profile, taking a side like Dundee to European quarter-final has certainly given us a boost to our overall reputation. And the leagues on the vote for this one are kind of the second tier version of where we could go for a final job in the save. So we're looking at the Belgian Pro League, the French Liga, Dutch Eredivisie, Portuguese Primeira Liga and the Turkish Super League. That's where you guys have been voting. And it's been so close that we're actually going to have to spin the wheel about what bloody league we go to. Because the Primeira Liga is only 2 votes and a third of a percent above the Liga, which is only 0.75% above the Eredivisie. So first things first, we're actually going to spin for what league we manage in. So we'll do it via the elimination method again here, as we usually do. And we will not be going to France. Are we going to Portugal or are we going to the Netherlands? We are going to the Dutch Eredivisie. That is our... No, we're not going to the Dutch Eredivisie. We remove. We are destined for Portugal, which, to be fair, was the one that finished top of the vote. So that's kind of handy, I guess. But there we go. Portugal is our destination. But to which airport am I booking my flight? Let's go and find out which club we'll get. So the Portuguese league looks like this. Porto won the title this year. Sporting second and Benfica third. We're not going to go to any of those 3 sides, as they're obviously the biggest clubs in the country and a bit too much of a step up for us to go from Conference League to potential Champions League team. So what we're going to do, and because we've got kind of an end in sight in terms of a timeline for this save, there's no point going from Dundee to football sad and just having the same sort of scenario that we're in right now. So what we're going to do is just put 4th to 8th on the list. Braga are obviously the preferred outcome. Then there's Vitória, Famalicão, Rio Ave and Boa Vista. When I was growing up, Boa Vista were a side that were always challenging in the top end of the table. Be that early 90s, late 90s into the noughties. They won a title in 2001 or something, somewhere around that. So they're a side that we'll put on the vote. So it'll be one of those 5 sides. Braga, Vitória, Famalicão, Rio Ave or Boa Vista is going to be where we end up. And where we end up is not going to be Vitória. Like I say, Braga is the probable preferred, but if that disappears, then so be it, that disappears. It's not going to be Rio Ave. It's Braga, Famalicão or Boa Vista. It's not going to be Famalicão, so it's going to be Braga, my preferred destination, or Boa Vista, my kind of childhood destination, if you know what I mean. So actually, this has been quite good. And we will not be going to Boa Vista. We have lucked out, ladies and gentlemen. Absolutely lucked out. We are destined to go to Braga in Portugal, the side that finished 4th, just 5 points off a Champions League spot, 10 points off the top of the table, and quite frankly, our best chance of breaking into those top 3. That couldn't have gone any better, really, could it? So let me now go and put myself at Braga, and we shall attack the Portuguese Primeira Liga this season. How fucking lucky is that, chat, eh? So what does the squad look like at Braga? I have arrived. I've not looked at it yet. They are playing a 3-back. Guess who's not going to be playing a 3-back when we fully take charge? A couple of 80 for 80 players in there gets me excited. There's some potential with this side. It's a sizable squad, actually, by the looks of things, which is nice. And there's a nice eclectic option of different positions rather than having, as we arrived at Dundee, 6 goalkeepers, 7 centre-backs and no bloody full-backs. So in goal, it's obviously going to be Drongowski. Although, to be fair, Stamitas Papa looks like he could be half-decent. That's probably going to be a Vlachodimos regen, isn't it, if he's Greek and in the Portuguese league. But Drongowski will start by the looks of things, although we can obviously compare stats with Papa at a little bit of a later date. 74 rated left-backs in another poll, actually. Vidovic and Adrian Martin. And then centre-back, only 2 centre-back options. Well, that's certainly going to be needing to be addressed. And one of them, Oliveira, as we've arrived at the squad here at the club at the end of the season, he's going to retire at the end of the season, so I'm only going to have 1 centre-back. I'm not going to have any centre-backs. He's going to Heidenheim. Well, we know where we're going to have to spend some money in the summer, don't we? Stanisic, to be fair, can play at centre-back, thankfully. And Andreas Jonsson is a sweet... That's going to be a Bar pre-gen, isn't it? I think. Andreas Jonsson. Bar... no, he's Danish. Bar's Danish. Okay, not sure who that might be a pre-gen of. Right back left might not be a pre-gen, to be fair. We have, to be fair, someone else that could play at centre-back in Christopher Olivier. Well, Austrian, but German-speaking, you imagine. To be fair, it's probably more of... Where's his short pass? Hey, he could be either. He could be either centre-back or CDM, that's fair. Gorby 74, lots of CDMs apparently. Helguera's okay. Gorby's okay. To be fair, as an all-rounder, Christopher Olivier is probably the better, to be honest. Sumari's not that good at all. On the left, we still have an ageing Broomer at 33. Contract expired. I'm just double-checking the status of these other guys. Broomer 73. Still obviously got plenty of pace in bags, despite the age, so he'll be usable, certainly. In midfield is Andre Horta, whose contract is expiring, but he's not going anywhere at least. Zalazar is not going anywhere. Ricardo Horta is not going anywhere either. Are they related? They certainly look similar, don't they? Andre and Ricardo. I wonder if they are related. One's 33, one's 31. So they're not going to stay 80 rated for long. Or he's not going to stay 80 rated. He's going to drop as well. So maybe some depth at centre mid is needed. On the right-hand side, Vasconcelos, sorry. I'm going to have to do some research into how to pronounce some of these names because I don't recognise that accent over Angelo's name, to be completely honest. He's a winger as well, can play on either side. Some pace, he's only 23. There's some promise in him, certainly, isn't there? What in the world? Out of completely left field, one of the players we had at New York Red Bull, Axel Atom, is here at Braga. Well, that's random. A former player we've landed on already. And he's 76 rated now, Axel Atom. He was not that great at Red Bull. But maybe after another season and a bit, he has improved. There's also Ismail Garbi, who looks okay. And then João Marquez as well, at 78 rated. So when it comes to wide men, we've got some options. He can play centre mid as well, apparently. Or Cam, certainly. So that's going to make him quite utilitarian. There's a lower rated Lopez. Then up top, Simon Banza, be Congolese. I don't know what language they speak in the Congo. I think French. So probably Simon, maybe? Or Simone. We'd have an E in the end if it was Simone, wouldn't it? He looks decent, though. Not that fast, but great jumping. And good finishing, apparently. Good heading accuracy, too. Not that that matters in this build of the game. We also have Roberto at the club, too. Just double-checking status. And then Amin Eluzani, who's 76 rated as well. So we've got some options at striker, don't we? Certainly. And then a youngster as well, who, to be fair to him, has got a lot of playstyles that he might even be an Uzani regen, to be fair. Striker right mid. I think he is going to be an Uzani regen. Dead ball, despite having free kick accuracy of 42. Quick step, low driven shot and finesse shot. Nice. Well, that's not a bad team. Not sure what our budget is going to be like next year, because we have to go into the next season. I wonder if it's given me some sort of budget now. 19 million. I wonder how much of that will carry over and what our budget will be next year. Samu's the top goal scorer in the division. Nel, Chavez, and Pavlidis. And then our Banza with 19 goals. So let's maybe have a look and see where the goals came from in this squad with the stats screen. And see what's what. Drongowski kept 12 clean sheets this season. Banza with 25 goals in all competitions. Braga were Champions League this year. Wow. Fourth, though, in the league, so Conference League only, I think, for the league upcoming. Marquez with 14, Zalazar with 12, Auditor with 10, Angelo with 5 and 5, Garby 4 and 8. Garby's the go-to on the left then, presumably. Although they were playing a weird formation, weren't they? Not many people on the score sheet, to be fair. And creatively, not many people getting assists either. So they're quite dependent on certain players. But that's a decent base to build from, isn't it? Certainly. And, well, quite frankly, we might as well advance to the new season and see what our budget is going to be for next year, mightn't we? So, here we go. So we've arrived in the new season, and we have a decent budget, to be fair. £28 million is in the budget right now. So we can certainly do some damage with that at this level, can't we? We can obviously scout the free agent areas as well to try and improve in certain positions. Youth-wise, there's not much at the club to speak of. 63, I think, was the highest rated player. It was. Ionescu, the rest are, well, they're all shitters, really. So we're not going to concentrate on the youth in this save at all. We will concentrate on the first team and the players that we have at the club. We can obviously make a couple of sales as well. 33-year-old Thiago Sá we won't want. 31-year-old Ribeiro I'm probably not going to use either, so we'll let him go. I'll probably use Stanisic as a centre-back then, if we're going to use Johnson at right-back. Maybe I'll use Johnson at left-back and Stanisic at right-back. We'll wait and see what's available on the transfer market first as well. Any ageing players here that we could consider moving on? I'm not going to use you, am I? Let's be honest, so we might as well just sell you. Not going to use you, let's be honest. We'll just sell you. Not going to use you, let's be honest. I'll loan him because he's only 18. And not going to use you, so let's loan him out as well. So there's some money to be raised. And there's some work to be done, but we could potentially consider ourselves challenging for a Portuguese title this year. Quarter-final between England and Portugal. It's awkward for me as manager of a Portuguese team, as an Englishman, but it is what it is. Right, time to delve into the transfer market then. We have delved. We have delved indeed, and there are many an option available to us, both for free and on loan, and to buy. So we're having to factor in our budget at the moment. Looking for a right back, looking for a centre back, looking for a CDM, and looking for a backup striker at present is, well, not even a backup striker. You could probably start as the second striker alongside our 80 rated go-to. Playing a two striker formation. We've gone 4-1-3-2 to try something a little bit different here. Available on a free is Will Asula. So he seems to be popular with those in live chat at the minute. So I'm probably going to go and get him for free. Could get Jebo, he's a bit quicker, but nowhere near as good in the shot. Better with the ball at his feet though, but 4-star weak foot for Asula, certainly going to swing it as well. So we get Asula for free. That'll add some depth at striker. And then, well, it's defensive positions. So let's do it the other way around, Ches. Right back, we're training Stanisic as a centre-back. So I'm looking for one centre-back and a right-back rather than two centre-backs. We probably need three centre-backs, really, because we don't have any at the club right now. So, Buta looks like a cheap option to try and save some money at right-back. 75 rated, Frankfurt, 31, rapid, good enough in most areas. There are some better options that are younger, but they're 2-3 times the price. So I might hold off and wait and see how much money we've got left, and we'll wait for right back at the end of the window. There are a couple of free options as well that aren't great, if we're honest. With regards centre back, I've got a number of other right back options here, but they differ in a massive range for quality and price, most importantly. Centre back in this division at Santa Clara, there is Charlie Hughes, who we have had on the shortlist in the RTG for a little while and never actually pulled the trigger on, who we know grows well. It's 8 million. I look for some Portuguese options as well, obviously being a Portuguese side, but most of those that are any good are pricey or already play for the top 3 sides in Portugal that I can't really justify nabbing someone from. Slightly higher rated is Diogo Leite, but he is 12.5 mil. Then slightly lower rated in the same division, there's an Mihai, And kind of in the middle is Manu Silva, who looks decent actually, £9.5 million. Manu Silva, 87 strength as well. Manu Silva might be too good to say no to, really, in a centre-back position. If I could get him and Charlie Hughes, but I mean, it's half my budget. 9.5 million and 8 million is more than half my budget at the moment. However, we are looking to sell Ricardo Horta. He is 80 rated, doesn't quite make our starting lineup, but he's valued at £15 million. 15 mil for a 33-year-old? Buy! So we'll wait and see what bids we get in for him, and that could certainly free up options to strengthen quite significantly in other areas. And then at CDM, I like the look of Vitor Carvalho as someone that's in the division. He's got pace, just really good physically. Technically, he's not amazing, but because he's got good physicals, could just kind of throw his weight around. There is a significantly more expensive option in the division. And then Gonzalo Franco is someone that is probably slightly better, definitely slightly better technically, but again, pricier. So Franco's the preferred, but it depends on pennies. So first thing we need to... There's also a free agent Artur at 31, 78 rated. Technically, obviously very good, but I'm looking for a CDM, and he's more of a ball player than a ball winner. So I'm undecided about Artur. Maybe if we decide we want someone else for the centre of the pitch slightly further up, but we got Zalazar and Andre Horta for that role. So not sure at the moment. Might just be a good player that doesn't suit what we're looking for right now. Certainly who does suit what we're looking for right now is Will Asula. So let's go and get that signed, done, and over the line as soon as possible. And then effectively, we will wait and see what happens with regards Horta. And if we can get rid of him and raise a lot of money, then we should hopefully be able to sign most of the players we have our eyes on. I'll try and get you in for a decent wage. 14 grand, Will? 14 grand, Will. William Asula is joining SC Braga. Signing one done. Baboosh. We are in the Europa League. Oh, well, I thought we were Conference League. We are not. We are Europa League. Up the Braga. Oh, reach the group stage. So we're in a qualification scenario, maybe, in the Europa League. Let's have a look. They finished 4th last year, Braga. And it says 4th, UECL, which is UEFA Europa Conference League. So I rather naively assumed that finishing 4th I'd be in the Conference League. Maybe they won the Taça Portuguesa to get themselves Europa League football? I don't know. At the minute, I can't even look at the Europa League because it's not even been drawn yet. So that's good. I don't know whether that bodes ill for the rest of the save or not. But the Europa League should exist and hopefully will exist soon. But yeah, I know. I'm looking to move on a few players, which should raise an extra little bit of money as well, to be fair. But I would like to sell those more expensive players sooner rather than later. I can't remember whether I actually listed Roberto or not, but considering we've got another striker brought in now, we could bring Daniel Jebison in on a free as well. I might actually be tempted to take this bag. We'll negotiate from 5.5, try and get a few extra pennies. He's valued at 5.5, so they have bid valuation. Give me 7. Go on. Go on, do it. Oh, alright. Go on, do it. Alright. 5.5 then. 5.5. He'll stay within the division, but shouldn't hopefully come back to haunt us. And 2 bids. Is one of them going to be for Horta? No. But a mil. He's rubbish, though. I'm just going to accept that. A loan to buy for Ibrahim? No, we can delegate that to just the loan. And then we'll hopefully hear back about those. I mean, that's 6 million quid we hadn't factored in. That's almost a defender, isn't it? So, all right. We might be able to raise some decent money. We might be able to bring in some quality players. Well, that's an outgoing already. That's some extra pennies. Roberto's going to Rio Ave, so he's staying in Portugal. But 5.5 million, or 3.8 or whatever it is I'll get from it, will go quite nicely into the transfer kitty. Yuri Ribeiro's also staying within the country and going to Moreirense instead. That's another little bit of cash that we will add to the list. We've got 4 more bids and a bid from West Ham for Horta. Yes! Yes, 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 yes. This is going to earn us so much leeway with regards to what we can afford to do in this window. And the fact that it's a Premier League side as well. Negotiate. Give me all of the pennies, Mr. Moyes. Actually, no, not Mr. Moyes. Ha! It's Graham Potter that's there at the minute, isn't it? I wonder if they give me 23. I don't know whether it'll be Graham Potter in game. I know it's Lopetegui still, lol. They'll give me 23! £23 million for a 33-year-old valued at 15 million. Sorry, West Ham. I have had your pants down there. Well, rephrase. Sorry, not sorry. I've had your pants down there. Thank you for the pennies. I'll just take 340 grand for that shithouse as well. And going to go to FC Copenhagen for a year on loan. Thanks. That is not Horta. That is João Vasconcelos, or Vasconcelos, going to SAD, who finished bottom of the Portuguese league last season in this save. More offers. Another one for Sa, which we'll accept. One for Lopez, which might be just a negotiated loan. Indeed it is. We'll accept the one from Estoril. We'll accept the one from Espanyol. Hopefully they'll go. Email from a chief executive. Let's just let me know that he's gone. Okay, good. Well, so far, so good with the outgoings. And so far, I think so good with the incomings too. Manchester City have come in for Stanisic. I know we're not doing a realistic RTG, but I think live chat are going to get the call as to whether I negotiate this or not. Josip might be... he might be on his way. Manchester City have Issa Kabore at right back, Jackson Chachua at right back, and 70 rated reaches. So it'd be the highest rated right back. At centre back they have Simpson Pusey, Nathan Ake 84, Tapsoba 84, Nico Schlotterbeck 88. He probably would start at right back for them. I could try and maybe get Jackson to come the other way. Maybe. Or Issa Kabore. Either of them would be decent. But I think I'm gonna have to negotiate this one. Shoot is not necessarily the word that I would use. Let's see if we can get a swap deal. We shall negotiate. If not, then I want a significant amount of pennies, please. Although he's 28. Fullbacks. Can I have... We do a straight swap? Take the money out. Say 8.5 million plus Jackson. No. Okay, how about Issa Kabore? Plus some money. You don't get if you don't ask. And I'm asking, and I'm not getting either. And tension has risen all the way to the top now. Well, he's my highest rated player. So... I want some good money, please. 33.5. Yep, that's fine. If they want to come in again, they can do. I'm not going to lose my best player for anything other than a sizable fee. If West Ham are going to pay 23 for Orta, then I'm well within my rights to ask for more from Manchester City for my best player, aren't I? I'm sure we'll get more bids for him in the not too distant future. This is going to be Orta leaving as we speak of him. Ricardo is off to West Ham, and that money will come in very handy indeed. The extra £340,000 for Thiago Sarr might cover a signing-on fee, perhaps. But John Govski's obviously going to be our number one goalkeeper. So, what's my transfer budget look like now? 56 million. Now that's healthier. I'm going to go get Diogo later, I think. Mihai's still not gone anywhere. I'm going to go and get Franco, who's now risen to 79. He was 78. That's annoying. He's now going to be more expensive. He was 12.5. I'm going to get Franco. I'm going to get Leite, and I'm going to get Hughes, I think. But first port of call is the CDM. Can we get a decent deal with Swansea negotiated? Will you accept 10? I mean, it said I could get something significantly lower. No, they do want to go up with that fee. That's fine. I'll try and still meet them in the middle from where we've gone. It's still under valuation. 14.1. Yep, that's basically valuation. Welcome to the club, pal. Franco's going to come in. His wages aren't astronomical either at 29.5. Still probably sizable for the Portuguese league. I'm not sure what the average sort of wage would be in that division for a club like Braga. He wants crucial. That's fine. He will start at CDM. 4 years is a hefty contract, but he's more than welcome to it because we're not going to be here that long. And he's on 29.5. I'll offer him 22, and hopefully he'll say yes. He said yes. Signing number 2 is through the door. Welcome, Gonzalo. I've got to go, even though he's lower rated, I've got to go Charlie Hughes, I think, because we know he can grow, and he's 5 years younger, and he's quick as well, which will make up for lack of technical ability. No, I would not like to pay his release clause. Thank you very much. I'd like to get him for less than that if I can. Valued at 8, we'll bid 8. Will Santa Clara take 8? No. They would like Orta. That's something we could consider. Andre Orta is also 31. I can get Andre Orta plus a bit of money. Oh, no, this is me paying the money, not earning the money. Orta plus 2, and I'm happy with it. 2.7. Fine. Will leave us needing another centre mid, but that's where our tour would have come in handy, isn't it, really? We will... Yeah, we'll get Charlie in. He's not going to cost much at all. Wage-wise, he's really not asking for much either, I don't think. He's on 7, so I'll offer him 10, and he probably just signed that. With a £39,000 signing bonus, yes, he's in. A month's wages up front, plus 10 grand a week. Andre Orta leaves us to go to Braga, and that, I think, is a good deal for the side. Now then, probably going to need another centre mid just for depth, but that is fine. To be fair, maybe we don't need another centre mid just for depth, because I've still got Helguera, I've still got Olivier. They're both CDMs. I'm probably going to need a centre mid, and then someone that's probably a bit more forward thinking, although Gorby's to CDM 58 pace. I'm gonna go and sign another centre mid. I think we'll go and see if there's any free agent centre mids available that could be half decent as a squad player as well. But that's 2 decent centre backs. I now need a decent right back and a backup centre back probably. Although Gorby could maybe play there 5'11". How's your jumping, sir? Not very good. Okay. Olivier could play centre back though, can't he? 1 more centre back, a right back, and a centre mid. I think. Let's do Manu Silva. Reckon I can get reckon I can get for about 7. It's valued at 9.5. I'll bid 8. Say yes. 9.8 with a 10% selling clause is fine. But if I can save a little bit, I'll save a little bit. Can I save 500 grand, please? Thanks. Okay. He's only on £13,000 a week as well, coming from a fellow Portuguese side, so he's probably not going to want that much of a bump in wages. 4-year deal for him as well at 27 years of age. No release clause, accept. And wage-wise, he's not going to tell me what he wants, but he's on 13, so we'll offer him 18. 17 didn't quite click up high enough. And 17 is done. The squad is coming together. Boys and girls, the squad is really coming together. Now then, let's see if we can't find a centre mid for free, and then we might be able to sign a marquee right back. We have found a transfer listed Tommaso Pobega at AC Milan. He's on a lot of money. Won't let me loan him. His contract's running out in 11 months, actually, I think. That's probably why I can't loan him. So this could be an absolute bloody steal, lads. 7 mil. 12. Oh. It's not going to be a steal, lads. It would still be a good deal, but it's not going to be a steal. 9 million would leave me with 18 million in my transfer budget. How about 10.3? Too good to turn down. Pobega could probably play anywhere as well, to be fair. He might be able to play it right back. Genuinely. We'll have a look once we've brought him in. A release clause of 25 mil. I can't really deny him that, to be honest. Wage. He's on 90. Punchy, 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 punchy. We signed 60. Please negotiate at least. Oh, yes, he will. Okay, well, probably going to come in as our highest earner, I would imagine, Tommaso. But, I mean, with the quality he's got, probably deserves it. Maybe deserves it. F. Good. Well, you see what the game thought about the transfer. I'd be curious now, actually, who is my highest earner? Well, Pobega. What do you get at right back? A +2. I think we've just signed a centre mid that is going to play at right back for us. Genuinely. 73 acceleration, 75 sprint speed. He's not rapid, but that'll do. I could certainly have a look at and see if there are any... I've not looked for left backs, so if Jonsson is on the right, then we could maybe look for a left. But Pobega in the starting lineup, and then we could just move him around and pop him to centre mid if we need to. I get the feeling Pobega could play literally anywhere. Okay. We brought in Silva as well as a centre-back, backup centre-back, so that's banging. Because at present, my remaining budget is 14 million. I think I might be done till January. I think I've just decided right here and now, I'm done till January. So, pre-season continues. Frankfurt, Bologna, Brighton. But we will go and play Estoril and Estrela. And hopefully start... In fact, yeah, go on then. We'll play Estoril and Estrela. I was thinking about maybe just simming those and playing Sporting. But it depends what happens between now and then in the transfer window, I guess. Mustafa Ibrahim is going to FC Copenhagen for a year. Bye! Or we could just play the first game against Estoril and then call the episode there and then have the remainder of the transfer window tomorrow, which is also an idea. I don't know yet. You'll find out in a bit. Bye! Right. Okay. Paris Saint-Germain have bid for Andreas Jonsson. Not even used him yet. £33.5 million, though, is a lot of money. Pusagut, who have you got in your defence, lads, eh? Let's have a look. Left back, they've got a 71 rated Matthew Green, Patreon player, and an 84 rated Yoral Harto, who's very good, obviously. And then on the other side, they've got Nordi Mukiele, 80 rated, and Felix Petit. He would start at right back for Paris Saint-Germain. I can't really stand in his way, can I? Right, okay. Well, it's Paris Saint-Germain, so you can bet your bottom dollar I'm going to try and negotiate the balls out of this. 50, please. They'll come up to 40. That's a jump from 33 already. 44.5. I mean, you just can't say no to that, can you? 40. That's all of the money we've spent so far back again, and probably close to more so. I'm going to need left back, but I am not worried about it with the budget that's now going to be available. Not worried about it at all. Bye. You might well have just funded the rest of the entire season, Andreas. Thank you for your service. Service I didn't actually ever get to get a feel for, but Jonsson has gone for £44 million. We've moved Pobega to left back because he's left-footed, which I wasn't aware of. Thank you, chat, for that. And then I'm going to go and sign a right back now. And we had a right back on our shortlist that was... Do it this way. Oh, he's moved. That's annoying. Martin Fernandez. I was going to go and get him. He's already gone to Fulham. Fair enough. I could then get Malero, to be honest. £17.5 million. Got some pace. Decent agility and balance. Good stamina. Yep. Anticipate as well. And the first touch straight. And whipped pass. Malero. Yes, please. No, I don't want to pay 31 million for him, though. you'll probably accept 22. I'll start at 20. You'll accept 20. Banging. Well, the squad is coming together even better than I thought it was going to. We have had to lose a couple of players to get it to do so, but that's not a problem. And quite frankly, we are going to have money left over for January too, aren't we? 30 million. 30 million pounds a week would be lovely, wouldn't it? 30 million pounds a lifetime would be lovely. Pedro Malero from Trabzonspor to Braga for 20 million pounds, and now we will head to the first game of the season. First game of the season against Estoril. They're playing the formation that Braga were playing prior to our arrival. It's that Watford one. You know what I'm on about? If you know, you know. Teo Sander in goal. Feltes, Jimenez and Alvaro at the back. I mean, to be fair, 75 rated. Vinicius, 79. I think a number of sides in the division are going to have the occasional, actually really genuinely good player. Some good options on the bench that they've elected to not sign. I didn't select the 11 for Estoril just to see what their team was like. So, what can we do here then? Our first game as manager of Braga. Welcome to the Portuguese Premier League, everybody. Is this going to be any good? Or are we just going to get walked all over by the three big boys? Lovely touch. Goodbye. Not bad delivery either. Keeper's there. Keeper's not there. And the header from Asula goes wide. Keeper came and thought, all right, chance over. Then he didn't, and we had an opportunity, but he's just not quite timed that well enough there, Will. Nice tackle, Josip. Stanisic did really well there. We'll spread this out wide to Angelo. And, oh, I've not quite timed that right. We could have been in again. Nice tackle. Quickly forward. Banza from range. Banza with a hell of an effort. I need to select my set piece takers, actually. It's something I've not done yet. That is going nowhere near the goal. Hartley, nicely spread out wide. All right, this is decent from them. Hughes won it and then lost it. And Stanisic has done the same. Oh, what a challenge. Oh, Josip, you don't half make the old ticker have a little bit of a flutter there. All of the defenders. I'm going to win it. I'm going to lose it. I'm going to win it. I'm going to lose it. Rather firmly won by Stanisic in the end. Pobega to Franco here. On debut, of course. A number of players on debut at the minute. Zalazar certainly not on debut. Wasn't great. Asula! Right, well, 25 minutes in. I feel like we're the better side. Zalazar is just running this midfield. I feel like we're the better side, but I can't help but feel like it's the bloody formation again, quite frankly. Or the lack of want to do any sort of defending. Anyone want to try and put a tackle in? Oh, that was supposed to go to the other striker, so that's gone well. And now Begrawi could be in. Charlie Hughes is having a good debut here. Apart from when he gave the ball away that one time. This is obviously not going to be one of the harder games, though, this season. It's not going to be quite as night and day as the SPL, where Celtic and Rangers were just monstrously better than anyone we ever played. Go on, Will. Asula. Good tackle. But we are likely to be one of the stronger sides in the division in most games. But obviously there are 3 other big sides that we need to battle in Portugal, rather than just the 2. But unlike at Dundee, we should be battling with them this season. They finished just 10 points off the league title last year in 4th. And we're going to get a pen. Banza went absolutely flying. And it's a yellow card from the referee. I wonder whether he didn't get some of the ball. No. In between man and ball. Penalty. Banza won it. Banza can take it. And Banza buries. That is 1-0. Braga. Middle. Great ball. Asula. Touch. Turn. Shot. Save. Okay. Good save, Sander. It was not a great angle for a shot, to be fair, but did well to get the effort away. Pobega! Off the lot. Wow. Wow. If that had gone in for a second, I'd have been absolutely toasted. Pobega with the overhead kick. Keeper gets something on it. Still going in, but the man on the line clears. Franco getting into the space quite nicely. Salazar is there. Banza. Oh, he took ages to actually play the bloody pass there, Banza. Otherwise, we could have had a debut goal for Asula there as well. Nice ball into Begraoui. Nice challenge. Pobega getting away from everyone. We are going to get outnumbered in the middle a little bit if we're not too careful. We've only got one centre mid and one CDM. So we are going to need to be aware of that at times, and we might get caught on the occasional counter-attack as a result. Wham that home. Oh, Asula, you've got to take that chance, mate, or get it on target at least. Making a couple of changes. Still only 1-0, so absolutely could yet not win this first game of the season. But it would be nice to get a dub in our first game in charge of our new side. Salazar will look to break away here. We'll go out wide to Marquez. Marquez will float the ball over, and, well, Banza fell over, it looked like, but he was going for an overhead kick because I asked him to. Salazar, Pobega moved him slightly further forward because of the introduction of a new left back. Didn't quite get the space there, though, to let fly with an effort on that left foot. Just over 15 minutes to go. Still 1-0 up. Not been as productive in front of goal as I might like. Or at least not been as clinical in front of goal as I might like. Because I've definitely had the volume of chances to have won this by 3 or 4 goals. Pobega. I think that. And then try and nod it. Well, he won't have an easier goal, Banza. He's had a penalty and an open goal so far in this game, so he's going to be one of the league's top goal scorers at the end of match day 1. But he won't find it that easy on any other match day. I've been desperately trying to get Asula a debut goal, and he's had plenty of chances. He just either can't quite get the shot off, and the defender steps in, or he does get the shot off and it's blocked or saved. But Banza feels this decent. I'm genuinely impressed with Banza so far. It's almost like a good scouting mission, this save, for people in the RTG, isn't it? Banza, we might have to have a look at. You never know. We lose a certain Mr. Lancashire. Oh, come on, shows you better than that. That was poor. Like, actually, a lot of you would argue that I'm not better than that. 5 minutes to go in the game. They've got a free kick in the D. Doyle on for Costa. Doyle? Oh, dear. Yeah, Banza's just gotten the man of the match. I don't speak a single word of Portuguese, but I could tell just from knowledge of what the game does with regards in-game stadium announcers that was the man of the match announcement. Banza has gotten it. Ottiga? Don't know. On for Estoril here, but we'll clear that, and that'll be game. Well, a solid start to the league season after a pretty remarkable transfer window, quite frankly. The best and biggest transfer window for sure of the entire save. And whether that puts us top after the first round of fixtures, I don't know. But as we begin the 28-29 season, we are indeed top of the table, above Vitória, above Nacional, Benfica and Sporting. Porto only drew. Long may that continue. Sad and Arauca will play each other in the final match day 1 fixtures. But at the minute, stop the clock. That'll do. Right, I think that's where we'll call it for today. We won't play the others in this one, otherwise we run the risk of it being a 4-hour-long video. But we've got Estrela, Farense, and a certain game against Sporting being the most important one in the next episode. Not sure when the Portuguese Cup gets underway. If I have a look at standings, we can have a look. I think it was in a round of, it was in round of 16. There you go. We've got Nacional in the round of 16. So we only need to win the round of 16, the quarterfinal, the semi-final. We only need to win 4 games, and we've won a Portuguese Cup as well. Although obviously it depends who you get drawn against. When is that game in the cup, mate? October. All right. Well, that can go on the back burner for now. And on the front burner is a title challenge once more. But this one will be more difficult than the previous titles we've won, but hopefully not as difficult as it was in Scotland at Dundee. Hopefully you've enjoyed the episode and are looking forward to the challenge in Portugal. Drop the video a like if you are enjoying. Make sure you subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on any more. And I'll see you tomorrow for some more.